Abusia for mamu nyina makwaba ediba social media trends so GhPage TV na ensema mede ebremo no efa eye Ghana free electricity and water as a government at the chair kwa during COVID-19 lockdown nim I na beto dwase be san so atwa sesika no ade nim se eye free no ene ho nsam na mede ebremo na so na mekoso awura nsam no mu dia mamo no na mekai mu se wa ne die kwan so na subscribe to GhPage TV no na wa subscribe na bibia so etumi Ako Boko. Saying in Ebekaya in April 2020 about COVID-19 mu ayedin our government announced the President of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo ebesheye say ono ankasa nam say chese ho twie nti enko lockdown nanso no oboaye ama free electricity asanso ama free water at their council ne be ho betimi ahenhaye na eno chin no 21st address to the nation so no osan so beto aso kan biem say free light and I say free electricity and free water no yenko na ye enjoy sa time na e Ghana for nyina teams oh wow government adwen ho aban adwen ho hwe say ye wo hard times mumpo no oboa ye with free electricity and free water wow e ma say government and as a president of Ghana e make headlines be even across the world say wow COVID-19 e ba ye no Ghana and as a Ghana president oka ho bi a chese ono so atumi aboa ahwe yie ama Ghana fon so no yeso atumi aye kama yie panama for do na na ebo na baso san do na ni omutim se empo no ebebe so ame akase bia Ghana yebetwa bibi ana se ye ntua bibi. Information Minister Kojo Oppong and some abetujwa at their far free electricity and free water and enjoy lockdown in COVID-19 and next month betujwa no same at their government e maye no omukoboro scano and omode maye until that time they enjoy and say nya free electricity and water now this time the anticipate because it was set yetua sani bebetimi aclose sa economic gap na ababeda ho yes as yetua time bia no na ekanum e baye na chese kanum ye pa na government entime imagine abna good me kwan no anasa the for wa wo hwe me ato Ghana ha kwan no nka say fa sika bra na fa nkotua sa aka ne ntino e betua e dia fa eye tax emu we ensema information minister e da betudwa e di amaye na present on na twetwe nkomo bisa na say sa time dem ye de boaye na e free ta de ntina fi ensan metua biem na ensema wo de tudwa na say sometimes no e na say decision bi ho na wo government enetimi eteki e di and some way back one thing from information minister and just say celebrities ahodo reacted to it or more than time about near campaigning for NPP no more support the NPP no more support the NDC na edomun some back one thing e fa hom den nyina e be mamo nanso no ansa ne no yenkoti ensama Oppong e de etudwa ye ba ye beto aso
having as politicians and as people in government is the revenue conversation. We're always talking about debt. We're always talking about the fact that the expenditure envelope is not enough. But one of the biggest conversations we should be having, the revenue conversation, we always run away from it. So tonight, I'm not going to even do the who done it, whose fault is it, etc. Because that one, the data is there clearly for us. But what we need to do is to get our people to understand that. For example, we have had to spend the fiscal impact of COVID, about 19 billion cedis to respond to COVID. And we did not necessarily charge the Ghanaian for it. We had to borrow. We had to take money from the Bank of Ghana to deal with the COVID pandemic. That's why today articles are being published around the world commending Ghana as one of the best response countries. But that 19 billion cedis has to be paid for at some point. The liabilities we have incurred has to be paid for. COVID expenses are going to be with us at least for the medium term.
Does the 19 billion include the free water and electricity?
It does. It's part of COVID-related expenses.
No, but you gave us that one hand and you're taking it back the other.
No, we were in the midst of a crisis and government had to front load.
You said it was free.
But it's free to you. It wasn't free to the treasury. It wasn't free to the treasury.
I'm lost here.
No, so when we say free electricity, it doesn't mean that the IPP producer is also going to say, because the president has said free electricity, I won't charge the country for it.
The government will have to pay.
The government will have to pay.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you are now in 2021.
Yes.
You now want us to pay for it.
I'm saying the government, for example, had to borrow money, the fiscal impact about 19 billion, to make all of those expenses happen. In addition to that, there are going to be expenses in the medium term because of COVID. The government is asking a question. Can we continue to accommodate this COVID black hole in this already widening gap of our finances? Or do we have to introduce a revenue handle that can take care of it? And the government comes to a view that, with the greatest of respect, can we take 1% VAT to pay for that, so that COVID does not become an ever-burdening expenditure item for us?
Yeah, but you made a choice to give us free water and electricity. You've extended it, and it served you well in the politics of the day.
Because government
won the election.
Because governments make
only
choices.
down to come and tell us to pay for it.
No, because governments make choices on behalf of their people. If we are at war, and the government has to make a decision that we have to procure A, B, C, D, E, F, G to go to war and win that war, and does not necessarily tax the population for it today, and mobilizes for us
but
to
the free was populist then.
I'm coming. To mobilize and come together and achieve it. It is well in order for the government, when we have won the war, or we are on a clear path to winning the war, to say, this has been the cost.
So it wasn't free then?
It was free to the people of Ghana at the time.
But now we are paying for it.
Treasury. We have to now begin to close.
You just delayed the payment, so it wasn't free. You should have told us that.
Well, no, because
down the line you'll pay for this.
No, because everything we consume in this country is paid for, or ought to be paid for. If not, we'll arrive at that graph that you showed us earlier, where the gap keeps widening. So this is a defining moment for a government. Do you say, well, I don't want to, offend the people, or do you confront the people with the reality that, fellow Ghanaians, the reality is that this gap cannot be there forever?
Asemo, just say the Ghana, yingina yasamwa, we and I say abeto yenim, and a Ghana for a casan ye pass entino na ya abeto abana se na ya abato mu ntino na enada asem bi wom anase den na ekoso na de ama ye free de si den science so betu abiom so megide say ye say ye papa minister of information de emu chechom nyina ato de ama se na wo fa bia no se wo to Ghana ha na Ghana ni na so to Ghana ha no betime the comment about comment section as see aso mekoso na me ready celebrities and some reactions some de about on Prince David Osei nyina nim sabra na ye campaigning for the new Patriotic Party NPP or supporting NPP ye pana enye asem kumanti no do na e train some referendum aba and this time around there seems on the government ensure that enya agent was stressing in Kebeya and kanana adadan Akufo-Addo His Excellency in conscience so emra ebiem mekoso maken kindness no edi atoamoso. If we campaign for more for Nana to do more on the premise of free water and electricity during the pandemic, and we turn around to tax the people, then it makes some of us who champion the cause look mindless. Please, Mr. President, I believe in you. There can be another way of recuperating the money lost other than citizens paying for the free usage of water and electricity you affectionately offer to them. Thank you, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo with love emoji. Na ebiemu so no John Dumalo anonso adenisem ebetu judges ononso chiremu say we dey a deception cause say no MPP focus bibia e free we should flee cause it seems say bibia no hono ma e no kore e de fa MPP for home e match so bi kwampo e betwe say senior also the free laptops e koy na no so no onye government na in fact on call back to students and so good laptop man say oji keyboard back abusia there's some no emu aye tight makoso makenkan John Dumalo so some no e dey ato amoso
4 more for Nana. Nana do you too much. 4 more. We have given you your 4. Now you are taking our 4. Hi, Nana. If you they give free, they later make we pay for it. You see, Nana, it's not your fault. It's the Nima that you are staying. It's entering your brand because it's only Zongo people that will give you something, call it free, and then later they make you pay. Ukura, they know. Bring the money, you go pay for it. It be 19 billion, 2 shade. 4 more, show boy.
When you lie to people that you are giving them free things, only to come back and say, oh, remember what I gave you, it's time to pay that deception. And I just said, Saints, Ebe reacted to it, say, like your laptops you gave for free, and John, and so reacted him say, am I the government? Did I go back to all those I gave the free laptops to tell them to pay for the keyboard? We and some John Dumalo a day abetu eja. Abusa meto aso dem komo no ama obi na meka mo se compact na eso yas na medjumediwe ebramo compact so yo ba obunsa no ya se yo akotobi na fatara ya sina bia so beto so nkokwan so joint pain bi na itete wo we market woman and na ukujum ahomachi o ba anajo osisi uda enda Mr. compact wetimi aboa driver ni obibia a wo joint pain bia na compact wetimi aboa kwan papa so na opedo no do so etu aton cause emanfo eto ukodwa so emanfo ebisa yi omo wholesale factory ni bia piem ewo Kumase ahojo GCB bank enche hono paint odo fa wo so me pa cho first number we say 0550708588 ofra anti message so na enche ho bia so no ono aye to say beko akoshe his excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo the president of Ghana abroad na ochiemu ama Ghana fo nyina nye ho nti ase say aye free electricity and light no ye enjoy abane ni madwen bia say ye betua sika bia etwa na se betua sika bia through any taxes yenkoni emra.
Government has extended the policy of free access to water for all households across the country until December, as well as fully absorbing electricity bills for 1 million active Lifeline customers for the same period. The communication service tax has also been reduced from 9% to 5%.
Asam sabe Ghana. They say the drew and the ha and I'm doing common ebesi edgy the seamstress ebuswe pamuta papa or pam near fe ema any member enter the United other form patcho friend number no ebi okwa ofre kwa me ankasa kwa me peke edi amom don't worry number ni 0241313359 0241313359 ofra chesenta de no or the bebel destination any problem ebi awo bia no obetimi edi asoma kama na etimi edru odol step me patcho wrap your hood aba kama chese we no wo Kumase na utimi wrap it what wrap ase wonom wrap odi wrap odi out of four fa numbers na go screen so no na ehye ho na sen komo bi ho bia so no GhPage TV enyo ebedi midin ene Abna Good makwa munina.